Hey everybody, Stephen Falk here, and I want to share with you something that I'm starting to get into, to really help expedite processes to get a plan in place. Is working with building strategic communication planning for healthcare marketing systems. So why? Well, to do any marketing campaign correctly, you need to put a communications plan in place, right? And for some of our clients, particularly our larger health systems, this could sometimes take as much between 3 to 6 months to even complete, most only because all the demographic research and sifting that goes in place for that. So I've been trying to play around with AI how to speed this process up. And I want to give you a quick example, a quick rundown of what we are seeing with doing AI to help speed up this plan. So we put together a simple ChatGPT prompt asking ChatGPT to create a strategic communications plan for a hospital system in Iredell County, targeting women and young adults with children in Mooresville, North Carolina, involving um, multiple components. So when we did this, I want to share with you the whole plan that came out with it, and tell you a little bit more about our thoughts on the marketing side of it and what we could do with something along these lines. So I'm gonna shift over. I basically scraped the responses from ChatGPT into a Google Doc to review it. Now, I won't go through everything in depth, but I will scroll through this briefly. So the prompt that it gave to me. Creating a strategic communications plan for hospital system Iredell County targeting women and young adults with children in Morrison, North Carolina involves multiple components. That's very factual. The goal is to build awareness, foster trust, and encouragement with the hospital services. Below is a comprehensive strategic communications plan. Now, before we dive into this, I just want you to know I have not touched this one. I've skimmed it briefly. I'm just going to give you a quick perspective on what I see here. First and foremost, objective and goals. Correct. This is what we need to do. We need to understand what are our goals with this. What goals is ChatGPT assigning for this? Increased website traffic from the target demographic by 25% within 6 months, boost engagement on social media by 30%, achieve a 20% increase in appointment bookings, enhance a brand perception related. Now, all these things are factual. I'm a little concerned with this one. However, with the hospital system, it's more of a branding play. However, it might be at the individual levels of, say, like the women's care. They might have some things in there. Anyways, I digress. Target audience, women 18-45. Correct, young adults with children. This is looking good. Psychographics. Health conscious, value family well-being. Active on social media, particularly Facebook and Instagram. Interested in convenient, reliable healthcare services. Yep. This is very good, particularly if you know that part of the world. It's high traffic. It's a slog to get around anywhere, so I hear him on this one. Key messages. This is interesting. Your family's health is our top priority. Trusted healthcare services for women and children in Mooresville. Comprehensive care for every stage of life. These are all great. A secondary message. Access top-notch pediatric care close to home. Women's health journey. Communication channels. Yes, it's outlined everywhere to do it. Email marketing. This is a great channel that we see in the healthcare space. The digital, traditional, local media. Again, I think this, if we were to refine this more, we would tie it to a budget number, a budgetary number. To say we would have X amount of dollars to spend in this space. Chat GPT, what would you recommend throwing out there? I think that would be phase 2 of this whole program, which might be another video from here. Content strategy. Yep. Weekly blogs, guest posts. This is great. Social media, email marketing, monthly newsletters, 100% related. PR, I mean, this is nailing it, folks. Within 5 minutes, I put together a strategic communications plan for a hospital system targeting women and adults in a specific area to increase that traffic. KPIs, okay, it's hitting all the things here. Now, budget allocation, here we go. Traditional marketing, now this is where we would be looking at deeper. So what do I see here? This is a great framework. And I think any junior level marketer can effectively walk into their boss's office with this and impress them. However, there are some gaps within this that I do think needs some more evaluation. But what I'm telling you on my side, this plan probably would have taken me 45 to 60 days to implement. I think this speeds up a lot of the research that's involved with it. Now, one thing I would consider going back and looking through this is our communications channels, our psychographics, or demographic information. I would dive in a little deeper and look at demographic sets U.S. Census data, Claritas data sets, along those lines, to find more of a niche here, to kind of look at more of a targeted message. So we look at our primary message, our secondary message. Yes, there might be something even more focused around an activity. So, for instance, you might see something skewing higher up there than it would be in other areas. What we do typically see in these things are especially in these areas which are becoming ever increasingly suburban, and they used to be rural communities, is access to specific things, vegetables, gardens, yogas along those lines, and find ways to tie those events and those activities involved with this. Communication channels, as I mentioned beforehand, I think these are all great. Your digital, your website, social media, email marketing. It does not target some of the more SEO and the paid aspects of it, particularly if we are looking to drive engagement here, up to 25% within 6 months, boost engagement on social media by 30% within 6 months, 20%. Now, this is where that would go hand in hand with the budget. If we have the budget, I would look at our goals here and our communication channels down here and understand that there are some things that it missed out on. SEM, search engine monetization, social media marketing campaigns that would help boost that engagement quicker than a content strategy. Now, content is the building block of any great, content-based, engagement, educational-based social structure. But if you really have tangible goals to increase it that high, depending on where your volume is at now, that might be tough to obtain based on engagement rates, SEO. We do see, particularly in that area, that there's a lot of competition. So it's hard to pull new eyeballs away from other things. So anyways, what can we gather from this? This eliminates the need to really dive headfirst into from the beginning for strategic communications planning for your healthcare brand. I wouldn't take this as a grain of salt. I wouldn't take this as the end all everything. I would take this as your skeleton to building an effective strategic communications plan. A few things that I am noting that are missing here, as I've touched on already. One, budgeting. Two, I do think it has limited a few scopes of execution, particularly in the paid aspect of pay-per-click, social media marketing, OTT, streaming, along these lines. So what it's doing is, again, it's that framework, it's that skeleton, but there's a lot of other things that need to go into there. There might be a prompt from here as to once you do have that budget in place. Say your budget is $50,000 for this campaign, that it will propose different ideas that will run through there. The other thing that I still think is humanized, but can be sped up through ChatGPT, is digging into demographic research, right? So if we have identified that our demographics are women 18 to 45, parents primarily in age range of 20 to 40, geographic focus more so North Carolina. Now, something that used to take us some time is we would use that information to dive into census data, the Claritas data, the Arbitron data, you name it, all different data sets to find categories that index higher and use that to help inflate the messaging, or not inflate, enhance the messaging of the KPI. So that would be a piece of the puzzle that I would be interested to see in phase 2 of this campaign if ChatGPT can do. But although I'm thoroughly impressed with this campaign. If you want to learn more about this, don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time. We are getting our feet wet into this space too. I think there's a lot more that we are just scratching the surface on here. And so anyways, I appreciate your time and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.